Hello everybody, my name is Bob, and this is episode 9 of Cheapo Space Program. Now apparently these fuel tanks that I jettisoned on the moon mission some while back, that wound up being catapulted by the moon out into solar orbit, well now apparently they're leaving the solar system. So this will be the first man-made or Kerbin-made object to leave the solar system in Cheapo Space Program. I don't know how exactly that happened. I assume that it did some sort of gravitational effect with some planet somewhere. But whatever happened, it obviously did happen. And so it's heading out into deep space, evidently. Anyway, I thought I'd show you that. My first unintentional probe beyond the solar system. And it's still going along here fine. The solar panels are generating electricity. Let's get on with our Minmus mission. We got plenty of electric charge, not much fuel or monopropellant left. Okay. Okay, back to Minmus. Okay. First thing we're going to do, there's Dudlin. He looks pretty happy, actually. First thing we're going to do is we're going to do a little jetpack exploration. Excuse me, my sinuses are going nuts. Okay, all better. Now I've changed my recording software back to what it was before because the new software I was using was giving me problems. So even though it was superior in other respects, it wasn't. The problem it had didn't appear to be fixable as far as the choppiness that would happen sometimes. I'm back to using what I was before, what we're going to do is we're going to try to do a instead of just sort of hovering our way over there, which would be wasteful of jetpack fuel, we're going to do a sort of ballistic trajectory over to these hills. Now that it can present some problems. The first problem it could present is you don't want to. This is a body with fairly light gravity or low gravity. You don't want to go to orbit. You don't want to find yourself in a suborbital trajectory and not be able to stop yourself in time. Which leads us to the second problem, which is you're doing all your forward and upwards burn at one time, and you have to time your braking burn at the right time, or you'll wind up with your volatiles being sucked out into the vacuum of space, which nobody wants, and especially not Dudlin. So we will proceed with caution. So we're going to be using upward and forward thrust at the same time. Something of this nature. You might want to start slowing down now. Alright, we're under control. The famous last words. Whoa! He had a little bounce. Boing. Let's see if we can try to jump the rest of the way. Running doesn't seem to make a whole lot of difference. Oh, faceplant. Boink. Don't fall backwards, dude. No, no. No, 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 no. Yeah, I've still got plenty of fuel left, but I would like to conserve it, make sure that I have some safety margin. Boing. And going forward for a face plant. Better traction that way, yeah. Oof. Okay. Stay upright, dude. Don't fall backwards, it's a long way down. That's pretty awesome scenery. Let's turn him around a little bit. And get a see if we can get a scenic shot of him on the wild landscape of Minmus. Alright, whatever. Up. And he's rotating forward, and he's going to face plant. Because he's cool like that. Oh, here comes the ground. Boof! Don't fall backwards, man. I wonder how far ahead this the top of this hill is. That's a respectable little different distance. Okay, we'll use a little jetpack and see how it goes. There seems to be less jetpack fuel now than there used to be. I see his little shadow down there. That's pretty cool. I mean, yes, it is down all the way, but you have to break all that velocity there. Unless you want it to break you. You gotta break that velocity or it's gonna break you. Okay, here we are. Somewhere near the top of this thing, or not near the top of this part of it. Obviously it goes on. But close enough to a top, anyway. Okay, let's hit the brakes. Don't want to go tobogganing over this edge here. Alright, we're done with our jetpacking until we get ready to come home. Go back to the lander anyway. Let's take a look at the scenery before us. And it is an impressive scene. The color here seems much dirtier, I guess, than the colors down there. Don't go where them huskies go. Don't you eat that yellow snow. Okay. That yellow Minmus snow. Okay. Alright, dude. Get your Minmus rocks or Minmus ice or whatever. And we're going to head back. Because I want to get the Minmus mission wrapped up so that next time we can send a lander probe to Duna in preparation for our manned landing there. Okay. Now we head back. And this can actually be more dangerous than what I've just done. Actually. Because at the bottom of this hill, I'm going to have an awful lot of vertical velocity to have to kill off. I mean, it's good in that I can focus on my horizontal velocity to start off with. But it's bad in that, you know, definitely I'm going to be coming down hard at some point. I'm making hell of a fine time here. Alright. Yeah, see, I'm dropping like a rock. Slow that down. Alright, start braking. Yeah. Alright, we got it. Not a problem. And touchdown. Alrighty. Let's get back on our ship. Wouldn't it be a bummer if Mission Control launched the rocket before he was aboard? Like, oh, sorry, dude. We thought you were on. Oh. How about you grab? Thank you. Okay, get on board your rocket ship. Alright. Now I've got a pretty fair amount of fuel here, but just for grins, I'm going to go ahead and rendezvous with the engines already in orbit. Make sure I know which way they're going. No, they're going the right way. Because it would be unfortunate if I went the wrong way. Okay. Let's get into staging. I don't know why it's in docking. Okay. I'm going to be going at 90 degrees. That's that way. Oh no, that's not. Wait. No, 90 degrees is this way. I better figure that out before I launch. Might be a good thing. Okay, that's going to be heading over the ocean here, the frozen sea. So, contrary to what I would think it would do, I actually need to go pointed that way. Otherwise, I'll be heading in the totally wrong direction. We need to do a quick save right quick. Because there, obviously, is the big flat frozen sea, and there's the hills I came over on the way in. So I should continue on towards my rear here. Okay. Just getting my brain sorted out. Because if I gotten going the wrong way, it would be quite a hassle. Okay. Lifting off from Minmus. Goodbye, Minmus. And our exciting voyage there. Dudlin Kerman's exciting voyage there. First man on Minmus. And he's happy, he's smiling. Yeah. Okay. 3, 2, 1, launch. Yeah, okay. Oh, that is, yeah. For whatever reason, yeah. Okay, whatever. It looked like yeah, it looked like 90 degrees was toward the mountains, but actually, in fact, it's back this way. So that makes perfect sense now. Although I don't know why. Yeah, okay, what? Don't worry about it. Don't think about it. Just take it as a whoa. I think we're far up enough. Don't worry about, don't think about. Minmus, turn your head. Spit me out. Okay, that was horrible. I apologize. That was uncalled for. Okay. Standard orbit, Mr. Dudlin. Well, he should be able to see Minmus out his window here. Not much that much to see. They really need to make this cockpit have a better window. I know that the early space probes often didn't have much in the way of windows, but most of them have better than that. I think the Vostok had like 3 windows bigger than that. Or at least the same size. Anyway, we could do better. And right now the only cockpit that's fleshed out besides the big 3-person cockpit is that little jet fighter type cockpit, and that can be difficult to use for a spacecraft because it doesn't have a, you can't connect things to both ends. So they need to get that other cockpit fleshed out. And the big fuel tanks here, they have lots of fuel on them, so I'm sure that the amount of fuel I'm going to waste trying to get to them is going to be inconsequential compared to the amount of fuel they have on them. If I had one of those, a whole one of those large tanks, and at least a small part of another one. So any kind of energy I waste on the inclination burn, I think is going to be well worth it. Uh, 18,000 and 4,000. Alright, let's warp up a little bit. And actually, I should... okay. I should probably... where's Kerbin? Over here somewhere. Buried in all that debris. I should probably get the fuel tanks aligned with this rather than vice versa, because this looks like it's on a more congenial path to Kerbin, whereas that's kind of wonky. So, we'll actually do that. Hello there. That's dead, absolutely full. That's just got a tad, but yeah. So that should be, it should be well worth it to hook these guys up. Okay. I believe I will, however, get the lander up to this thing rather than the fuel tanks down, because then I'll just have to repeat the same labor. I mean, in other words, these guys are already at least some tiny step towards Kerbin, so I should not repeat my efforts, but instead bring this guy out. Yeah, jawohl, jawohl. Okay. I apologize for my cheapo German accent. Okay, 0.2. Oh. 1. 0. Oh, that's not much at all. 14 meters a second. It's piddling. Okay, I'm going to take a short break and then I'll restart when I'm closer to my maneuver. I just remembered that there was intentionally no SAS on this part of the rocket, but I don't think it's going to be a problem. I just need to manually control. Manually control by mission control. Okay. You need to have an option to blow up this nav ball so you can get some precise control going on. Okay. We'll start to burn like 2 seconds before, and not at full power, because it's a pretty minor amount of thrust involved here. Oh, more thrust than I thought. Okay. Close enough. Okay. Now we just get this guy to do a rendezvous. Oh, might be helpful if I set that as target. Yeah. So I just missed my most optimal moment. Okay. I'll just spin around a little bit. You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record player. Okay, that'll work. Now when I get up to the intersect, I'll have to make some significant maneuvers to try to avoid coming back this way. Let's go ahead and get aligned. And it won't be that way. And we can go ahead and pull our legs up. Okay, 18.1 meters a second. And it doesn't venture to give me a guess as to what the duration of the burn will be. I guess we will start about now. Okay, let's warp on out. Looks like I won't get the target indicator until... Oh, I've got it now. Well, shut my mouth. I'm thinking I wouldn't get it until I get close to the intersect, but apparently I got it now, in fact. Alright, let's go ahead and kill off our relative velocity. Let's get a little closer. Alright, kill off some more. Let's make sure we know how far this guy is away. We don't want to run into him. We want to meet up with him, but we don't want to run into him, because that would be uncool. Let's go ahead and warp out a little bit, but keeping a close eye on how close this guy is. Okay. Let's kill off the rest of this. Okay. Okay. Go ahead and switch to our view. And we'll pick up a little speed relative to... We'll pick up about 5. Something like that. Well, how are you getting further away from me? I'm going right at you. Okay, that's more like it. Let's go ahead and not use fine control in case I have to do some quick braking. And we just float on in. Okay, I will not show you all the tedious approach, and we'll just catch up when I'm a little closer. Okay, we're coming in pretty hot here. I figured I'd start recording again just because I'm going to have to do some fairly drastic braking here very shortly. And I got my engines pointed toward the target so that I can do some fairly quick braking when we get down to about 250 meters or so. Well, why be a pussy? Let's say 200. Why be a pussy? Alright. That was altogether unproblematic. And now we are closing... Whoop! And now we are spinning wildly. Okay. And now we are spinning wildly. Okay. Go ahead and pull in our solar panels just for safety's sake. Yes, retract panels is what I said. No. Track panels. Okay, we're coming in hot. Let's figure out what end we're going to attach to. The end with the docking port, I would guess. Might be good. Yeah. The end with the docking port probably is the right choice. Alright, let's turn back on fine control. Oh, well, screw you, docking mode. How about that? How about screw you, docking mode? Let's go up just a bit. Okay. Let's kill down to about 0.1. And rotate. Okay. About there. Okay. I like the way the lights kind of partially reveal, parts of the rocket. It's like kind of like an old Soviet science fiction movie, really. I really like that whole vibe. It's like you're in the darkness, and a little pool of light lights up part of your spacecraft. Yeah, I really enjoy that effect. I mean, it's not a huge special effects wizardry or anything, but it is very cool, I think. And I would assume fairly realistic too, I would imagine. And Homeboy is rotating because it has no SAS. Intentionally, it has no SAS because if you have more than one SAS on a... what am I doing? Chase. Okay, thank you. If you have more than one SAS on a docked assemblage, you tend to have problemos. And I don't want to be in that mode at all. Thank you. Appreciate it. Love you. Goddamn fucking docking mode. Seriously, the longer I play this, the less I like or understand why that docking mode even exists. I mean, is there something that you can do in docking mode that you can't do in staging mode? I don't think so. Okay, let's switch back. Set a target. Give me a little forward momentum. You get pointed the right way. Very nice. Get a little more forward motion here. We don't have a huge window in which to catch this bugger before it moves around again. Fortunately, somewhat unlike real life, it doesn't look like your RCS thrusters can buffet off your another spacecraft and really affect its motion in any significant way, which is good. Oh, slow down. Slow down, Poncho. Slow down, I said. Slow the fuck down. It's kind of like what they may have done it on the Salyut 7 when they had to dock with that dead space station. Okay, let's get a little upward motion. A little to the side, please. It's a bit of a challenge. But not for... God damn you! Fuck you, docking mode. Please, in the ass, now. Like I got problems enough on my own without you trying to tell me what mode I'm supposed to be in, asshole. Okay. Yeah, starting to rotate. So we need to go ahead and get this show on the road here while I'm lined up. Might be good. And bada bing, and turn RCS off before it wastes every last ounce of RCS that I have. Okay, good. Okay, and now I'm going to have to do that same thing all over again, because I might as well ditch this tank. It's got enough fuel in it. I mean, I don't have to. I could just go with it the way it is. But that's surplus weight. And I'm a glutton for frickin' punishment, apparently. Apparently I'm a glutton for frickin' punishment. That's the only reasonable explanation. I like to hurt myself. Apparently is the reason why this is happening. As I like to hurt myself in a rather bizarre and scientific way. I like to hurt myself with science. Yeah. Evidently. Because otherwise I would just take this thing and go home. I mean, that's the sensible thing to do. Just say we got plenty of fuel. No need for me to have to go through docking again. It's just simply not necessary. It's just simply not necessary. But for those maybe 1.5 units of weight that I could save. Crap. Stop it. For the sake of 1.5 or so weight units of worth of tanks and stuff. Okay. Who's got fuel here? Yes. Evidently, I'm a sick man. but I will quick save before I do this. I'm not that sick. Okay, yes, let me hurt myself again. Oh, get out of the frickin' docking mode, you asshole. You asshole. Get out of docking mode now, before I kill you. Okay. Undock a bitch. And put myself right back up. And in a really perfect world, I won't actually have to do that much. Just kind of scooch forward, just a little, and sort of to the side, yeah. And pray that everything lines up before it moves again. Excuse me. Okay, we need to close the distance a little bit faster because it's starting to get away from us. Okay. Docking mode, asshole. Rotate your ass. Stop it. Rotate. Oh. Yeah, it was user error. Sorry. Okay. Such things are always attributable to human error. Okay, come on. Stop being a douche. And get out of fucking docking mode, you ass. Okay, thanks. Honestly, I don't get why docking mode is what any potential benefit is from docking mode, and I know it has at least several potential detriments. So why it's there, why it exists, I haven't a clue. Let's slope a little bit. Not that much. Come on. Let's get docked before this asshole moves again. Okay, we got line up fairly good. Okay, bouncy bouncies. And RCS off. That's kind of a cool picture. Okay, cool pictures notwithstanding, we need to see if there's any way we can actually deorbit this. I don't know if there is with resources I have left. And in fact, I can't. There's absolutely no freaking way. Not possible. So it's just going to fly around without any real means of support. And get out of... Stop being an ass. Oh, shit. Okay. Now let's use what we have. And it's all gone. Okay. Well, this one particular piece of space debris doesn't really matter. Okay. Quick save. I'm going to go ahead and move all this jazz into here. Okay, let's be thinking about our trip back home. Actually, let's be thinking about how much I've recorded. Hold on. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm almost to an hour now, but I really don't want to leave this over for next episode, because next episode I want to go ahead and get on with the Duna probe. So we will record this, but we will try to cut out any kind of extraneous, unnecessary stuff that doesn't need to be here. I could probably just give you the synopsis of the mission that will proceed from this point, which is, I'm going to turn off this engine. Thank you. I'm going to turn this one on. Oh, it's already on. Okay. I'm going to say control from here. Oh, where's my blue indicator? Where'd my blue indicator go? Oh well, that would be the wrong side. Continuing my synopsis, I will burn out of Minmus's orbit. I'm actually not going the optimal direction. I should be going the other way, but shit happens. It's not like we're going to run out of fuel or anything. I'm going to do another burn once I get out of Minmus's influence and bring the periapsis down at Kerbin. I might do a little air braking. And then I'm going to, if this thing runs out of fuel, I will ditch it and just use this thing. And that's sort of about the size of it. I'm also going to disable crossfeed. So that's about the size of it. Now let's warp on around. Bada boom, bada bing. Okay, Dudlin, we're trying to wrap up your space program, your space shot, because we're moving on to the next thing. So try to get your ass home as quick as you can, okay? Man. Alright. Now we need to find where our indicator went. Because it's obviously gone to hell. Wouldn't be that direction. Okay, let's take a look at our outside view so I know that I'm not spouting flame from both ends or something. And let's go ahead and fire it up. Goodbye, Minmus. Been real. Okay, that puts us out in orbit. And let's look at the cinematic of us warping away from Wait. Make sure everything's turned off that needs to be turned off. Yes. Let's look at our cinematic of us warping away from Minmus here. Goodbye, Minmus. Enjoyed our visit. And there it goes. The mysterious moon, Minmus. Receding into the distance. Alright, let's pilot this bitch. Okay, even though I'm not at my apoapsis, I'm going to go ahead and get burning to get heading back to Kerbin. It'll be totally wrong way again. No worries. Well, yeah, it would be. No, that's the right way. What am I thinking? I'm a retard. I'm a retard, not a retard. A retard is someone who doesn't know. It just doesn't have don't have no knowledge. I'm someone who had the knowledge but ain't don't gonna use it. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yes, retrograde. The direction I want to be pointing if I want to slow down. And hopefully I won't get recaptured by Minmus. That would suck. How much you want to bet that's exactly what's going to happen? I'm going to get recaptured by Minmus. Okay, 6 million. Nope, the moon. Yeah, that's not going to be a problem. Though it is relatively interesting. Okay, we're going to do a little atmospheric air braking. And since my hard drive is making weird sounds, I'm going to do a quick save. Hold on a second. Okay, I'm good. I thought maybe the hard drive I used to record videos was filling up, but it's okay. Okay. We're going to air brake in at about 30,000, I think. Yeah. Because we got a lot of this end to kill. So let's go ahead and warp on out. Being careful not to overshoot my encounter. Because right now I've got the time warp set way up. As I get closer in, it's going to very drastically increase speed, like it's starting to do already. My mission duration so far is, I guess, 6 days. Yeah. How far am I? Don't crash into any stations or debris. No, we're good. We're actually at a slightly different angle than they are. Okay, we're coming in. Let's go ahead and pull in our panels. I can't even see the panels right now. Pull in our panels. Retract. Retract. I don't suppose I can toggle these, can I? Nope. Oh well, I hope they're designed for air braking. Guess they're about to experience some. Don't worry, Dudlin. It's all under control. I have the utmost confidence in the mission. And I still have bukus of fuel. Probably didn't even need this thing at all, but what the hell. The time you don't want to realize you need something is when you need it. Let's take a look at our map, see... Whoop! Okay, we're coming in fast. Okay, what's our periapsis? Okay, still reasonable. This could wind up being a bit of an emergency landing. Periapsis is still fine. Okay, when we start getting down to these orbits here, it's time to hit the thrust. I would really like to not re-enter accidentally. Okay, let's go ahead and hit the thrust. And we're going to re-enter. No question about it. Okay, I think we'll be able to get back to orbit. Alright, let's try that as a starter. Devlin's has lost his smooth demeanor now. He's freaking out. Relax, Dudlin. It's all under control. We have this, man. Sorry. Oh, seriously, dude, we have this. Okay, well, I won't. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to get back to orbit. I won't record this part of it. I'll just record it when we're ready to do our entry. I don't think Dudlin has done any in-space EVAs. I mean, aside from on the surface of Minmus, so we're gonna have him pop out and take a bow before he heads back to the old terra firma. Check over the old rocket ship, make sure everything is working right. We really had a lot of unneeded capacity on this mission, which makes me think that a similar configuration for the landing a probe on Duna will work just fine. It's not like unlike a Kerbin or a Kerbal, don't really have to worry about bringing them back. So the probe is one way. Now for the actual manned Kerbal landing, I'm actually going to go with the intention of being able to bring them back. because astronauts always appreciate the option to return to their life rather than being stuck forever in space. Although I seem to recall on Journey in Space there were a few guys who spent a number of years in space before they finally went home. Like I think one guy spent like 11 years in space, sitting on some moon somewhere. I think it was on Ike, just hanging around. Waiting for a rescue. And the weird thing is that he probably could have, or he might have. I forget whether he was the one that probably could have gotten back on his own. I forget. He might have been able to get back to Kerbin on his own, which means he didn't really have to spend. Oh, what am I going? What am I doing? Grab. Thank you. And board. Okay. We'll catch up when we're ready to do our actual entry. Dudlin, I honestly don't know why you're having such emotional issues over this. So far, this has been a textbook mission, with plenty of safety margins all around. I don't know why you're freaking out. When you get back to the ground, you might want to kind of like reconsider your whole career thing, seeing as how you freak out all the time. You know, just a thought. Now, I'm glad to have you on the space program, Dudlin, but you know, if you're having a nervous breakdown every time that you go into space, maybe going into space is not a good career for you. Just a thought. All right, let's go ahead and start our deorbit burn. I should have given more slack for the fact that these engines aren't all that powerful. I'm hoping to bring it in reasonably close to the Space Center, but I'm not sure that's going to work. Okay. That'll work. Okay, engine module, we're gonna go ahead and release you. Okay. Try to steer you somewhere a reasonable distance away from... That's not what I want. Alright, that'll work. Okay, control from here. I'm not sure it's going to work, but I'm going to try to like plump it right down in the Space Center's backyard here. I might actually fall short and land on land. Okay, now this part you're not freaked out about. I don't know what's up with you. I don't understand you anymore, Dudlin. Honestly, I don't understand you anymore. Hey buddy, how about we do a land landing on our landing legs? That sound like a plan? Okay, looks like I'm going to overshoot the uh the uh the uh the Space Center. Looks like I'm going to overshoot the Space Center after all. Let's go ahead and in 3, 2, 1, fire it up. Fire it up, fire it up, fire it up. Well, maybe not landing on the shores of the Space Center, but I probably won't be too far away. I do have to think about getting this thing off here at some point. Like soon. Yeah. Okay. Okay. The time has come. Yeah. Decouple. And parachute. Oh, decouple this too. Decouple. And parachute. And Kersplash. Splash. Alright. Then do a little physical time warp, get a little closer to the ocean. Excuse me. Okay. What do you see at your window? Ocean. And splashdown. Only about 25 kilometers away from the space center. Space center too. Okay. All right. Well, that's all we have time for. Actually, we've gone over time, but I wanted to go ahead and wrap this mission up and head out and take a bow there, homeboy. And next time we are going to be working on our Cheapo space probe to Duna. So until next time, hasta la vista. Adios. Say goodbye, Dudlin. Bye, Dudlin. Oh, by the way, dude, you're not going to Duna. There's no fucking way. Such a scaredy pants. This mission was a cakewalk compared to Duna, buddy. Okay, just telling you. Oh, better board before he sinks. All right, goodbye.